event. We are very sorry. We are very sorry for starting late. We are waiting for the last aspirant to join. Please, we are giving him grace of some time so that he can join. Please, let's exercise some patience. Thank you very much.
Okay, so do you have any agenda? Like any modification?
Yes. Let me forward it to your WhatsApp.
Okay.
As for the Charlie, I mean, we have got the Charlie. Charlie, I mean, we have got the Charlie. Everybody boil up, give you shit up, UniversityTeaching.com. You put down for my mind. I just wanna see them. Now they trying to eat from my table.
Dr. Brown Muhammad Hassan is my name, and I will be part of the team of moderators for today's event. Before we go into the main items of the event, let's start the event with an opening prayer. Dr. Umar Idris, will you please help us with an opening prayer?
Hello. Can we use? Can everyone use 1 minute to pray in his respective faith? اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم سورة الفاتحة. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Umar Idris. The next item on our agenda is introduction of invited guests. Before I go further, let me start by introducing the chairman of our occasion, in person of our father, and a person that virtually all of us look up to, a past enemy chairman, past acting MD of Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital Sokoto, and first MD of Federal Medical Center Birnin Kebbi, the current treasurer of the National Postgraduate Medical College of Nigeria, in person of Dr. Abdullahi Ibrahim, who also happens to be the CEO of the Skyland Park Sokoto. Sir, you are welcome.
Thank you very much for that introduction.
Thank you, sir. Among our invited guests, we have some of the past Nigerian Medical Association Sokoto past chairmen. In my screen, I can see Dr. Umar Mukhtar, who is the immediate past chairman of Nma Sokoto, and also a consultant general and laparoscopic surgeon. Sir, you are welcome. Also on my screen, I can see Dr. Altina Ali Nuruddin, immediate past president of MD Khan Sokoto, also a consultant orthopedic and trauma surgeon. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Also on my screen, I can see Dr. Ibrahim Umar Abubakar Digi, a consultant general and laparoscopic surgeon, also the secretary of the MD Khan Sokoto. Then to the three aspirants whose events of today revolves around them, I can see Dr. Farouk Abubakar, the current vice chairman of Nma Sokoto, and the aspirant for the seat of chairman of Nma Sokoto in the forthcoming election. You are welcome, sir. Dr. Sufyanu Umar Yabo, who is also the secretary of, the current secretary of Nma Sokoto, and also an aspirant for the seat of chairman Nma Sokoto in the forthcoming election. Sir, you are welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Abdurrahman.
Dr. Abubakar Sadiq Muhammad, who is also a consultant urologist and also an aspirant for the chairmanship Nma Sokoto in the forthcoming election. Sir, you are highly welcome. And all other members of the Supreme Congress of ARD UDUTHS Sokoto, you are all welcome. I will not finish making this introduction without acknowledging the presence of my principal in person of Dr. Mujitaba Umar, who is the president of ARD UDUTHS Sokoto. Sir, you are highly welcome. And all other members of his cabinet, you are all highly welcome. The next item on our agenda is welcome address by ARD UDUTHS president. My principal.
Okay, supplements. Good evening, distinguished teachers, senior colleagues, and colleagues here present. The chairman of the occasion, who happens to be our father, and the past chairman of the Nma Sokoto, Dr. Abdullahi Ibrahim, past chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association here present, as well as the past chairman of the past president of UDUTHS, moderator of this occasion, who happens to be my secretary, Dr. Abdurrahman Muhammad Hassan, distinguished chairmanship candidates, esteemed senior colleagues, dear colleagues, good evening all. On behalf of the Executive Council and the entire members of the Association of Resident Doctors UDUTHS Sokoto, I warmly welcome you all to this interactive session featuring the chairmanship candidate of our great association. We are deeply honored by your presence today, especially our revered professors, past chairmen, senior colleagues, and all our distinguished guests. Your willingness to be here, despite your demanding schedules, reflect your commitment to the growth and future of our association, and we sincerely appreciate your presence. This interactive session was conceived in the spirit of unity, transparency, and constructive engagement. It is not about promoting one candidate over another, but about providing a platform for the contestant to share their vision, interact with members, and contribute ideas that will strengthen our association. We firmly believe that, irrespective of the outcome of the forthcoming election, the ideas and perspectives shared here today should enrich our association and inspire the next leadership in building a stronger, more transparent, more accountable, and more united Nigerian Medical Association. As one of the proud affiliates of the NME, UDUTHS remains committed to promoting dialogue, mutual respect, and good governance within our parent association. Our collective inspiration is to build an NME where every member is valued, every good idea is welcome, and the collective interest of our association always comes first. Once again, I sincerely thank our chairman of the occasion, our respected moderator, our revered professors, past chairmen, the distinguished contestants, and every one of you for honoring our invitation. Your presence has made this gathering truly meaningful. I wish our distinguished contestant a fruitful engagement and all participants an enlightening and rewarding interactive session. May today's conversation strengthen our unity, deepen our mutual respect, and bring us one step closer to the stronger, more united, and more progressive NME that we all desire. Thank you very much, and you are all welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my capacitated principal, for that heartwarming welcome address. The next item on the agenda, and also at this junction, I will hand over to the chairman of the event to continue moderating the program. The next item of the agenda is opening remark by the chairman of the occasion, by our father, Abdullahi Ibrahim. Sir, you are welcome.
The ARD president, Dr. Mujitaba Umar, and members of his ESCOs, and the entire members of the ARD UDUTHS, past chairman of NMA, my teachers and their colleagues at Nma Sokoto, I welcome all of you to this interactive forum. You can agree with me that this is the first of its kind in the history of ARD and Nma Sokoto. This innovative idea is something that will bring us closer to the international best practice when we talk about election matters. For today, I will not waste your time. I will be business minded because already we started late. So in making progress about this assignment, I will give opportunity to the contestants to introduce themselves. And I will start with the first candidate in alphabetic order. We have Dr. Abubakar Sadiq, we have Dr. Farouk Abubakar, and we have Dr. Sufyan Umar Yabu. They will have 3 minutes each to introduce themselves. Where will I read this after introduction? So the floor is open for Dr. Abubakar Sadiq to introduce himself in 3 minutes' time. Dr. Abubakar Sadiq, you have the floor, please. Your time is running.
So the name is offline.
So we skip to the second candidate, Dr. Farouk Abubakar. You have the floor.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم. Good evening, my teachers, my senior colleagues, my contemporaries, my junior colleagues. As earlier introduced, my name is Dr. Farouk Abubakar. I'm a consultant pediatrician with the Department of Pediatrics, Usmanu Danfodiyo University Teaching Hospital, Sokoto. I'm currently the Vice Chairman of Nma Sokoto. I was also the immediate past Secretary General of Nma Sokoto. I was the immediate past Chairman, Nma National Committee on Prisoners' Welfare. I was the immediate past Co-Chairman of Nma National Committee on Sports. I was also one-time Nma Chairman, National Nma Committee on Liaison under the President's leadership of Professor Ayo Uja. I was also one-time the Vice President of ARD UDUTHS, one-time Secretary General of ARD UDUTHS, one-time Welfare Secretary of ARD UDUTHS, one-time Speaker, Student Representative Assembly, SUG, Student Union Government, Usmanu Danfodiyo University, Sokoto. I'm still currently the Treasurer for the past 6 years of Staff Multipurpose Cooperative Society. I'm also currently the new Treasurer of the MD Khan Cooperative Society. I am also the Chief of Staff to the current Nma President, Professor Afekide N.S. Omoti. I thank you very much, everybody, for joining us this evening to interact with you, to tell us our vision and mission. Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for keeping to time. We move to the next candidate, Dr. Sufyan Umar Yabu. You have the floor.
Good evening, distinguished teachers, mentors, and senior colleagues and colleagues. My name is Dr. Sufyan Umar Yabu. I'm a consultant ENT surgeon with the Department of ENT, Usmanu Danfodiyo University Teaching Hospital, Sokoto. Also a senior lecturer and head of the Department of Otorhinolaryngology, Faculty of Clinical Sciences, College of Health Sciences, Usmanu Danfodiyo University, Sokoto. The current Secretary of the Nigerian Medical Association, a past president of a past caretaker committee chairman of Usmanu Danfodiyo University Medical Student Association, a past president of Sokoto State Medical and Veterinary Student Association, a past vice president of Association of Resident Doctors UDUTHS, past president of ARG UDUTHS twice, 2019, 2020, 2020, and 2021, and 2021. I'm the current secretary of the CHS UDUTHS alumni, and at the same time, the current secretary of the Nigerian Medical Association. I'm honored to be here today in the company of all of you distinguished physicians, leaders, mentors, and professionals who have consistently demonstrated excellence in clinical practice, academics, advocacy, and community service. I sincerely thank the leadership and members of the Association of Resident Doctors UDUTHS for giving me this opportunity to present myself to the entire Congress of ARG UDUTHS and by extension to the Congress of Nma Sokoto. I am contesting for the position of the chairman of the Nigerian
You have
Medical
less than 1 minute, sir.
I'm contesting for the position of the chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association, Sokoto State Chapter, come August 1st, 2026. I sincerely appreciate this opportunity for this mutual engagement. And I think going forward, we are going to hear more from me. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, the moderator, and distinguished Congress.
Thank you very much. We go back to the first aspirant that wasn't available online, Dr. Abubakar Sadiq.
Switch on the light.
Dr. Abubakar Sadiq, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you, sir. Distinguished medical elders, past chairman, senior colleagues and colleagues. I'm Muhammad Abubakar Sadiq, one of Nigerian Medical Association, leader of the ARD, also the first member that brought, with my colleague Usman Waziri, who brought NAT to Sokoto, and which is a landmark achievement that helped to take ARD Udu to the NAD mainstream. Also, I instituted a lot of activities like the health week in ARD, apart from the renovation of the lounge. Also in the NMA, I was part of the team that also completed the doctor's house. Also, I led the association during COVID time, which helped to contain the COVID. One of the things also I did, I advocated for a space and teaching hospital where female amenity was allocated for COVID isolation center. I want to achieve my own agenda in NMA by applying SIT agenda, which is solution-oriented leadership. Also, issue of inclusiveness and transparency, which I intend, apart from remuneration, also diversify the source of revenue, like by introducing consortium and cooperative, also entrepreneurship. Also to see that we expand welfare, whereby we also fund it from external sources, like from companies, and also like cement companies, CB, and also drug companies. I also want to have a welfare response team that is being having representative for all the institutions. Also to engage stakeholders to strengthen our health system and medical education, and also to improve the
You have less than 1 minute,
of
sir.
all doctors. Also to the state caliphate group to ensure in use of funds and also to provide regular updates. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In the course of the program, we have eminent personalities that have just joined us. They will be introduced now appropriately.
Thank you very much, sir. Our father in the house, also a past NMA chairman, NMA Sokoto chairman, Prof. Taufik Ibrahim. You are welcome, sir. And also during the course of the presentation, Dr. Sani B. Abubakar also joined, who is a consultant hematologist and also a past NMA chairman. You are welcome, sir. And also Prof. Bello Arikilla, who is the director of One Health Institute, UDUTHS Sokoto. You are also welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Now, I will give you the standing rules for the interactive session. 1, the interactive session shall be moderated by the chairman of the occasion. And the moderator and timekeeper whose decision on the conduct of the session shall be final. All participants are expected to maintain decorum, professionalism, mutual respect throughout the program. Each aspirant shall be allotted 3 minutes for self-introduction, which we have done. The responses to each question shall be limited to the allotted time. Aspirants are encouraged to be concise and address the question directly. Campaign speeches beyond the allotted time shall not be permitted during the questions and answer session. Any participant that exceeded the allotted time shall be muted by the timekeeper. Each aspirant shall be asked the same set of questions. We have 5 predetermined questions, which was raised from the opinion of the platform of ARD UDUTHS. They were given opportunity to suggest questions. From there, ARD was able to develop 5 predetermined questions for the purpose of this interactive session. And each candidate will answer the same question for fairness and equal opportunity. Aspirants shall not interrupt one another while speaking. No crosstalk, personal attack. Then questions and discussions shall be limited to issues relating to Nma Sokoto, members' welfare, leadership, healthcare advocacy, and the aspirant plan for the association if elected. The chairman of the occasion reserves the right to politely redirect or stop any response that is unrelated to the question or that has exceeded the allotted time. And finally, the interactive session is intended to promote informed choices, foster unity among members, and uphold ideas and professionalism of the Nigerian Medical Association. These are the rules that will guide the interactive session today. I want to know from the aspirants, do they have objection to any section in this rule? I want to assume that there is no objection. So,
yes, sir.
We proceed. And as I mentioned earlier, we are going to start with candidates in accordance with their name alphabetical lineup. Dr. Abubakar Sadiq will take the first question. After him, Dr. Farouk Abubakar will answer the same question, and then finally, Dr. Sufyan Umar Yabo. The second question will go to Dr. Farouk Abubakar first. After him, Sufyan Yabo will answer the same question, and then Dr. Abubakar Sadiq will take that second question. Then the third question will go to Dr. Sufyan Umar Yabo, from him to Dr. Abubakar Sadiq to Dr. Farouk Abubakar. That's the way we'll be rotating it for fairness. Thank you very much. Moderator, over to you. You can start with the first question.
Thank you, sir. During the course of the event, the 001 of Nma Sokoto joined. Dr. Farouk Kabir Umar, you are highly welcome, sir. So, the first question, which goes to Dr. Abubakar Sadiq. Leadership history shapes capacity to serve. Many NMA members want reassurance that past rules prepare a candidate to present and protect doctors. Please describe the leadership positions you have held and the specific positive and impactful role you carried in each. How did those experiences prepare you to lead Nma Sokoto? Should I go again?
Is Dr. Abubakar Sadiq still with us?
It's offline. Offline.
Can the second candidate, Dr. Farouk Abubakar, take the question?
Hello, sir. Please, can you repeat the question? The network has been shifting. Yeah. Okay. Please, can you repeat the question? I didn't hear. The network has been...
The question goes as thus.
Okay.
Leadership history shapes capacity to serve. Many NMA members want reassurance that past roles prepare a candidate to represent and protect doctors. Please describe and the specific positive and impactful roles you carried in each. How did those experiences prepare you to lead Nma Sokoto?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. I will try to be brief. As let me just choose one of the notable positions I've held and impact I've made on that. I can tell you during my medical school in 2007, I was the Speaker Student Representative Assembly of SUG UDUTHS. And now for the first time, we impeached a sitting president, SUG president, who was found to have financial misconduct, uses the name of the association to get funding somewhere else and pocketed it. And when it became evident to us, we impeached him as a sitting house. Clear evidence were glaring and he accepted his decision, and that is an impeachable event. The house that I led as a speaker impeached him. I will never forget, I was called at the DSS office to revert that decision because the first vice president of SUG UDUTHS was a female, and MSS at that time has a riot that they will not allow a female to lead them. I can tell you, I was the one that advised the Dean Student Affairs, blessed memory, my teacher, Professor Agaye, that I cannot revert that decision because the Nigeria of yesterday start today, where the leadership we held in medical politics, either in school or here today. What we do here today reflects in our Nigeria of tomorrow. And I tell them, I cannot sit in a house that will revert that decision when you are sure this man was culpable for that crime. However, I can advise you, as a constitution of SUG demands that if you feel that the peace of the school is threatened, the Dean Student Affairs has the right to dissolve the ESCOs of SUG and put a caretaker committee. And I can tell you, that's what happened in the DSS office. The Dean Student Affairs dissolved the ESCOs of the whole SUG and then put one of my friends, Dr. Aminu Eguso, that time was my classmate also, as a caretaker committee. When I also held the financial secretary of UDUMSA, I was the first person to open an account for UDUMSA as a financial secretary. I was also the welfare
You have
secretary
less
of
than 1
ARD
minute,
for the
sir.
first time. Sorry?
You have less than 1 minute.
Okay, I will tell you my immediate position as the chairman welfare, prisoners welfare committee. We engaged when we went to so prisoners, female prisoners using rag to exchange in menstrual hygiene. We went into action and go to advocacy through all places we can go in Lagos and find one of the most philanthropists to assist us and was able to donate 2,000 reusable sanitary pads to female inmates in Nigeria. That has never happened in the history of NMA until the time I became chairman, NMA Welfare Committee on Prisoners' Welfare. As also Vice President ARD UDUTHS, I ensure that the current leadership, the current housing scheme we're enjoying in ARD was streamlined because resident and house officers, half of them were housed outside UDUTHS Sokoto. And I ensured the policy during the leadership of Dr. Umar Mukhtar, we created a scoring system whereby residents will now be allocated based on that scoring system. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The next to respond is Dr. Supiano Umar Yabo. Do I take the question again or you've noted it down? Dr. Supiano Umar Yabo.
Thank you, the moderator and the chairman. For me, leadership is best demonstrated through service, measurable impact, and ability to unite people around a common purpose. Over the years, I have had the privilege of serving the medical profession in several leadership capacities, each of which has prepared me to lead the Nigerian Medical Association, Sokoto State Branch. As president of the Association of Resident Doctors, twice, Usmanu Danfodiyo University Teaching Hospital, Sokoto, this role gave me first-hand experience in advocacy, negotiation, conflict resolution, and welfare management. During my tenure, we achieved several landmark projects, including comprehensive rehabilitation of the ARD Doctors Lounge, installation of a water system, making the lounge the only location in the hospital with uninterrupted 24 hours electricity, restoration of electricity and improved water supply to the house officers' quarters, purchase of an ARD Toyota Sienna bus to improve association's operation and logistics, strengthening the welfare of resident doctors through sustained engagement with the management of Usmanu Danfodiyo University Teaching Hospital, promoting unity and transparency within ARD UDUTHS. I achieved all this within my 2 years I served as president of ARD UDUTHS. As vice president of ARD UDUTHS, I work closely with the leadership to improve members' welfare and champion the rehabilitation of all doctors' call duty rooms in UDUTHS. And this has significantly improved the working environment for resident doctors on emergency and overnight duties. I am also an academic.
1 minute, sir.
Okay, for me, leadership is about service, not status. Lasting solution comes through a dialogue, strategic advocacy, and teamwork. Transparency builds trust and unity, strengthen every institution. The welfare of members must always remain the central focus of my leadership. These experiences I have gathered in ARD has prepared me to lead Nma Sokoto if given opportunity with confidence, integrity, and purpose. I understand the challenges facing doctors across federal, state, private practice because I have worked closely with colleagues at different levels of this profession. I have successfully managed people, negotiated with authorities, delivered tangible projects, and build consensus among diverse groups. If entrusted with the leadership of Nma Sokoto, I will bring the same passion, accessibility, accountability, and result-oriented.
Thank you. Your time is up.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Supiano Umar Yabo. The next respondent is Dr. Abubakar Sadiq Muhammad. Sir, have you noted the question, or should I take it through again? Should I take you through again?
Yes, take the question again.
Okay. Leadership history shapes capacity to serve. Many NMA members want the assurance that past roles prepare a candidate to represent and protect doctors. Please describe the leadership positions you have held and the specific positive and impactful roles you carried in each. How did those experiences prepare you to lead Nma Sokoto?
Okay, pardon, can you repeat the question? Because it was shaky.
Leadership history shapes capacity to serve. Many NMA members want the assurance that past roles prepare a candidate to represent and protect doctors. Please describe the leadership positions you have held and the specific positive and impactful roles you carried in each. How did those experiences prepare you to lead Nma Sokoto?
Okay, thank you very much for your question. If I remember, actually, the genesis of me actually even joining ARD is one time there were two complaints about the issue of the resident lounge. All the past leaders, the welfare directors there, the welfare don't get to members. So that's how I got there. So which I made sure that the provision the ARD provides rich members, I mean the beverages. So it was my time previously, whenever money was allocated, so it vanishes. So when I was there, so that money was utilized to the satisfaction of the members. Also, as ARD leader, so when I went there, our lounge actually is not looking good. Virtually, the ceiling everywhere is perforated. It's not looking good. Even all the seats there, if you sat there, you really sink down. So which one of the things I did actually that time is to renovate that lounge and provide seats, which that seats are still there for more than 15 years. They only change the curtains, so which provide a better look to that place. Also, Dr. Usman Waziri was one leader of the ARD, which at that time has, before actually the ARD, we don't have any activity in NAT. Nobody knows us. But during Usman Waziri's time, he was able to have links and connection. So which actually also when I succeeded him, which I continued with those connections, we even hosted the NAT. That is how we took the ARD UDUTHS to the NAT. And also I was the first NOC member to represent our branch. So which also during that time we fought for
1
speaking.
minute, sir.
So also I introduced health week. Also in the NMA, in the leadership of the Dr. Sanibi Abubakar, we renovated, we completed the doctor's house. Also we extend a lot of welfare packages for those deceased members and also members with calamity. We gave like 2 million each to deceased families. So this experiences, I think, prepare me to be able to take this our association to greater height. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll now go to question 2.
First is Dr. Sufyanu Yabo. Doctors face systemic problems that require strong, trusting relationships with government and stakeholders. How do you intend to strengthen Nma Sokoto's engagement with the state government and relevant stakeholders to address challenges of doctors in Sokoto?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Well, the challenges facing doctors in Sokoto today include welfare, workforce condition, manpower shortages, career progression, healthcare financing, and these problems cannot be solved through confrontation alone, no silence, but they require a principled leadership, strategic engagement, and sustained advocacy. If elected as chairman of Nma Sokoto, I will pursue a policy of constructive engagement backed by evidence, unity, and mutual respect. First of all, I will pay a courtesy visit to state government, the Ministry of Health, the head of service, the Civil Service Commission, and the management of all tertiary institutions in Sokoto, including some relevant policy makers like State House of Assembly. Because rather than waiting for crisis to arise in Nma, we will maintain continuous dialogue to proactively address issues affecting doctors. The second thing I will do is advocacy. Advocacy effort will be driven. We will present a well-researched position paper, workforce data, practical policy recommendation that will clearly demonstrate to government how improving doctors' welfare will translate into a better healthcare delivery to the people of Sokoto State. I will also strengthen collaboration with key stakeholders, including Medical and Dental Consultant Association of Nigeria, MDCAN UDUTHS, the ARD UDUTHS, the Medical Women Association of Nigeria, M1.
You have less than 1 minute, sir.
Dental Association and other professional bodies, because I believe a united medical profession speaks with greater credibility and influence. And I will ensure that communication between Nma leadership and members is transparent and timely, because our members will always be informed about ongoing negotiation, progress made, and challenges encountered. Trust begins with openness. Where dialogue fails, despite genuine effort, Nma will firmly defend the right and welfare of doctors under my leadership, using lawful, ethical, and collective approaches. We will remain resolute in protecting our members while preserving our professional and integrity of our association. My experience in medical leadership has taught me that sustained progress comes from building relationship, earning respect, maintaining credibility.
Your time is up.
Defending the members' interest. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Before I allow the next aspirant to make his submissions, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Balarabe Shehu Kakale. Sorry, Dr. Honorable Balarabe Shehu Kakale, immediate past member House of Representatives, representing the good people of Denge, Shuni, Tureta, and Bodinga Federal Constituency. Sir, you are highly welcome. The next aspirant to respond to the question is Dr. Abubakar Sadiq. Sir, do I take you through the question?
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes. Yes, I can see the question actually.
Okay.
Projected. Yes, thank you. So actually, this is very correct that we need a strong and trusted relationship with the government and stakeholders, which is actually part of my agenda. And actually, you know, the politicians, you have to have way of engaging them in a healthy manner when they need you. More especially now we are close to election, which actually I belong to an area which we have powerful people that have access. And I know actually our area, how we got a road network is before the previous election when the governor came to our area. So therefore we must have way, if elected, we must have way of identifying in a healthy manner. It's not that we do like the other politicians that were with him. That is one of it. So that when he win, that already you have a friendship with him. Also, the stakeholders, we have major also political leaders like Aliyu Magatawa, Makoyo Bapara, and so on. Apart from also other institutions of the government, House Assembly, also are on the various hospitals. Even the companies, say like cement company, CBN, and the parallel level. We have many of them, and even international organizations. We must have a way of relating because they are all related. Which, if we have a viable relationship with them, like for example, the government, as soon as they are in a place, you identify with them before they win the election. So after winning the election, you'll be able to discuss also about the problems you want to do for the doctor, which I think that is just natural. You know, the politicians, if you do not have a way of engaging them before the election, so after the election will be very difficult. So you find even people that are not worthy, all the other people, the talks, they even more have
You have
accessibility
less
to
than 1
government.
minute, sir.
So that I feel engaging with them before the election and other stakeholders will be able to provide us, we leverage on it to be able to achieve our goals and also objectives in the enemy. Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Before also I allow the next aspirant to make his submissions, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the current OO1 of UDUTHS Sokoto, Prof. Usman Sani. Sir, you are highly welcome. And also, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Nma Abubakar, the immediate past Vice Chairman Nma Sokoto, and also the current Director of Medical Services, Ministry of Health, Sokoto. Sir, you are highly welcome. I also want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Usman Waziri, a consultant pediatrician, currently with NICRAT. Sir, you are highly welcome. Dr. Farooq Abubakar, you are the next to make your responses. The question is projected.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I believe doctors that we talked about who face systemic problem, we say we require strong, trusting relationship with government and stakeholders. I can tell you there is no anybody better positioned who have been in engagement with the government policy making than I myself. I have been doing that. Currently, I'm among a 10-member committee of the collective bargaining agreement that sit with the federal government to negotiate with doctors' salary and other entitlement in terms of welfare provision. So I can tell you that will not be a problem. But however, we need to understand also in policy making, nobody better understands policies that affect doctors better than doctors. And therefore, we must encourage doctors to become policymakers. In doing that, they could be easily present issues that affect doctors, not only, and they could also easily prevent issues that tend to encroach into medical profession. As I can tell you, one of the greatest assets we have in the medical profession is one of us who has joined us today, Dr. Balarabe Kakale, who was one-time member in the National Assembly, has defended a lot of bills, has presented bills that also protected the sanctity of medical profession. Yet to also have one serving member, who is also Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, who was the former Secretary of Enemy, Secretary General of Enemy, who has also helped prevented bills that will help in policy making. So we need colleagues that to be in the policy making to ensure that when engagement comes with government, they understand what government is and the policy making. To also tell you the relationship, it is very, very vital that we develop such regular relationship with government, whatever it be. We should remember, NMA is not a non-partisan association. It's a professional association and must maintain professional decorum, ethical standard, and high standard of value at any engagement. And therefore, engaging with policymakers and doctors, it should be an issue whereby doctors' welfare, policies that affect doctors must also be strengthened in terms of advocacy for government. So my position I've held as Secretary at NMA in the past, and currently also as a Chief of Staff to the NMA President, who have also worked as a Director General, working across the vast and length of this country to campaign, will not be an issue in terms of strengthening relationship with the government in question. I can tell you this we have done as a Secretary of NMA under the leadership of Dr. Umar Mukhtar that helped shape current activities that the current salary of the doctors in the state are enjoying. The process was began during our tenure as secretary through strategic engagement with the government. I'll also never forget, during the leadership of Dr. Maleme Aliyu, there was also another strategic development, which I was part of the committee that paid a courtesy visit to the Sultanate to ensure that the government do the needful in improving the welfare of doctors. So I can tell you, under my leadership, there is a strict assurance that the leadership will strategically
Thank you.
with the
The
government.
time is
Thank you
up.
very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now we are going to the third question. Dr. Abubakar Sadiq, you are the one that will respond first. Many young doctors feel excluded and marginalized, making them reduce taking part in Nma Sokoto activities. If elected, what specific steps will you take to restore their trust, rekindle their participation, and make them feel genuinely valued and included?
Yes, thank you very much. One of the things we notice, and actually we have problem of also the young doctors issues, which actually my agenda first. Whenever a set of doctors are gainfully employed, actually I'm going to plan orientation for them, and after the orientation, also I will tend to engage them and also try to take best of them, and also provide a lot of help, orientation for them, and even mentorship, which we can categorize them also at various levels when they are coming, and also provide a lot of help for them, even the assistance. Like now, many programs we are going to also bring continuing medical education, also mentorship, and also they are going to benefit from that. We make sure also all the activities of the enemy also they are being represented, which also I would tend to, because the enemy national even have a committee on young doctors. So also I would tend, also I'm going to some states like Zamfara also they have this committee. Also I'm going to also bring up this committee, form this committee for the young doctors, which will help to bring them closer to the enemy so that they can contribute maximally, and also taking care of all their needs to help them also develop maximally to their aspiration, which sometimes they may require from financial, also moral support. So also counseling. So also which we are going to provide all that for them during my leadership. And also engaging them, also having brainstorming with them, also will make me identify specific problems the young doctors have, also which I will manage also accordingly. Also, I will take some of them that are very good, also the future leaders, also that we are going to give them also mentorship so that they become the past leaders, because our future lie in our young people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abubakar Sadiq. The next aspirant to respond to the question is Dr. Supiano Umar. Your time starts, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Well, for me, I can vividly say that Nma Sokoto presently has a committee on young doctors. So we have it. And then having said that, young doctors are the future of our profession. And if we fail to engage these young doctors, it means the future of our association is already weakened. I acknowledge that the fact that many young doctors presently have felt excluded, marginalized, and disconnected from the activities of the enemy. If elected as chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association, Sokoto State Chapter, reversing this trend is going to be my #1 priority. And my approach will be based on listening, inclusion, mentorship, and meaningful participation. I will establish a regular engagement forum with these young doctors, the house officers, the resident doctors, and early career medical officers. This will give me an opportunity to hear their concerns, directly and ensure that their voices influences enemy decisions. Communication between me as chairman and these young doctors is going to be open, transparent, and continuous, not only during this election period. And I will deliberately include these young doctors in all Nma committees, Nma Sokoto committees. I will project their image because leadership is developed through opportunities. And I want young doctors to gain experience by contributing to the work of the association. I will strengthen mentorship by connecting these young doctors with senior and experienced consultants, senior colleagues who can guide them in career development, research, leadership, and professional ethics. We will organize regular educational networking programs, sporting and social activities that will encourage interaction across all cadres of doctors and foster a strong sense of belonging. I will vigorously advocate for issues that matters most to these young doctors. I will promote culture where every doctor is respected, regardless of age, cadre, or place of work. Nma Sokoto must become an association under my leadership where every member feels heard, appreciated, and proudly to belong.
Time is up.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the response. The next aspirant to respond is Dr. Farouk Abubakar. Sir, your time
Thank you
starts
very
now.
much. Thank you very much, Dr. Abdulrahman, the Secretary. See, when you talk about young doctors feel excluded and marginalized, it's not a new thing in enemy. Not only young doctors, I can tell you, even the old doctors feel now they have been pushed aside, like they are not needed. We have to bridge the gap between the young and the old. We need the wisdom of the old, and we need the enthusiasm of the young. We have to bring them close together. And when you think in leadership, it's just 3 steps. As a leader, you must listen. You act, and you report back. That's all these young people require. Listen to their peculiarities. They're afraid of their future. What do I gain? The burden that is on me now, how do I succeed? The old ones need to show them the way in terms of mentorship. For the first time ever in the enemy, we have a national committee on young mentorship. I was an ambassador of the Young Doctors Group. Currently, I'm the ambassador of Young Doctors Group, who have also been attached to mentorship program to be able to mentor young ones, not only in medicine. You can remember, there are those who do not join residency training. Residency training is a form of mentorship in one way or the other. I owe my career and political career to 2 great people here in the enemy who have took me under their wings, right from medical school to the current medical practice. I need to mention, without fear or doubt, Professor Abdulkafar Ojumo, who have seen the enthusiastic young person I am as a resident that joined residency and ensure that I participate in enemy politics. And that has shaped me into a leader I am today. Professor Fanti was the first person who have seen the capacity to ensure that I get national appointment to be able to represent Northwest as a zonal sport coordinator that went and drove my car from here, Sokoto to Ekiti to ensure that Northwest was represented and won about 7 gold medals. So when you talk about mentorship, you need people to bring the young and old, the young together, close together into politics.
You have less than 1 minute, sir.
I can tell you this, in terms of trust, when you listen to the young ones and you are transparent and you report back to them and you give them adequate information that they need to know in terms of leadership, how you lead, how you acted, and even how you are able to achieve what you wanted to achieve, the young ones would statistically see the value of what you are doing. But however, when you neglect them, when you do not listen to their views, when you do not conform to the current generation of Gen Z in terms of technological advancement, AI improvement, you have to also change even in teaching practice. And this has to go down to the curriculum core of medical school. We have to change how we teach medical students currently. We have to change how we mentor them right from medical school to ensure that the culture of empathy inculcated into medical school right from the word go, not only when we become doctors. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the deposition, Dr. Farouk Abubakar. That brings us to the end of the third question. Now we go to the fourth question. The first respondent is Dr. Sufyan Umar Yabo. Sorry, Dr. Farouk.
Thank you very much, Dr.
You are the next respondent. At the end of your tenure, what measurable achievement would you want members of Nma Sokoto to remember your administration for? How do you intend to deliver on them?
If you remember, my campaign promises and my mantra is unity, welfare, progress, and dignity. I want to ensure that the dignity of medical profession is forward restored in terms of reducing to the barest minimum the level of quackery we are facing not only in Sokoto, but in Nigeria. I want to ensure that doctors are more united in terms of all affiliates of Nma feel belong to Nma. They respond to Nma. The Nma responds to their peculiar issues individually, and every doctor feel valued and represented. Welfare is an obligation. It doesn't mean reacting to a health event or disaster. No, it means proactive measures to ensure that doctors are protected, are safe in the place of work, feel more safe, and reduce the Japa syndrome that is currently affecting us by ensuring that the current collective bargaining agreement, which I'm a member of, come to fruitful, inshallah. Your voice will be presented, defended at the floor of Nma, and ensure that the interest of members of Nma Sokoto is protected. At the end of my tenure, I want to ensure that the institutional integrity in terms of our Caliphate Journal has been brought back to life. It's been a long while since we published. That has to change. We want to empower the Caliphate Journal to ensure that the editorial ensure it published in times over time. We want to ensure that Nma becomes not a responsive MNA, but a proactive Nma that protect the dignity, the welfare, and also advocate boldly and fiercely the standards of medical practice, not only in Sokoto, but in Nigeria at large. I want to tell you, I'm not saying that when I want to share that if I become Nma chairman, that I'm going to ensure a hitch-free tenure. No, but I can tell you, I'm ready to listen, I'm ready to act, I'm ready to stand fiercely and advocate for the welfare of doctors in Sokoto State. And I want to be remembered by having a transparent and entrusted leadership. If you could remember during our secretaryship, where under the leadership of Dr. Umar Mukhtar, we brought welfare suko in terms of cash crunch and fuel scarcity and alleviation to members of Nma Sokoto. We want to ensure to be proactive that members do not suffer, not only in their workplace, but also do not vilify by people who stand in the social welfare to vilify doctors because of a failing health system. We want to ensure that we protect you, we provide you both legal and moral support to ensure that the dignity of every doctor in Sokoto is maintained. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Farouk, for the response. Before we move to the next aspirant, let me acknowledge the presence of a past NAD president in person of Dr. Dili Abdullahi, who joined during the course of Dr. Farouk's deposition. Sir, you are highly welcome. The next
Thank you very much, sir.
The next aspirant to respond is Dr. Abubakar Sadiq. Sir, okay, the question is as projected.
Yes, I have seen it. I want the members of the Nma Sokoto to remember my seat agenda, which is solution-oriented leadership, inclusiveness, and transparency. In terms of the solution-oriented leadership, I want my members, the members of Nma Sokoto, to remember whether we diversify the issue of the revenue sources, also the welfare. Now, issue of the cooperative, whether we have it. Do we also have expanded the welfare, whereby I say I'll fund it from the external source? Do we also have talk on the entrepreneurship, whereby we develop capacity of many of our members? Also, engagement of the say, our institution and also like the NHA, so that we improve the package on health package for our members. Also, issue of the Caliphate Medical Journal, whether is it better off, issue of to remove all the impending problems, and also DOI. Also, engagement of the stakeholders to strengthen the health delivery, whether that is done, health delivery and also welfare education. Also, the inclusiveness, whether all the affiliate bodies, M1, also the young doctors, the state people, whether are all participating, also they are also giving due consideration in terms of committees and also in terms of the programs in the NME. And also whether the brainstorming will say to also improve the communication gap and also generate sustainable solution. Also to remember whether issue of the accountability of the fund in the association, wherever we provide regular also updates. Also issue of also regular update on meetings, doing meetings, and also to ensure that all members. Also, the updates should be also doing meeting on financial issues and also on communication and the programs of the association. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your responses. The next aspirant is Dr. Sufyan Umar.
And thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. And if elected as the chairman of Nma Sokoto, at the end of my tenure, I want members of Nma Sokoto to remember my administration as one that restored confidence in the association, improved welfare of doctors, and united our profession around a common purpose. I want our achievement to be measurable, not merely aspirational. Specifically, I would like members to look back and say doctors' welfare significantly improved with tangible progress in addressing salary-related issues, allowances, working conditions has improved, and the protection of members' rights has also improved. I want members to look back and say Nma Sokoto has become more inclusive and participatory with increased involvement of young doctors, women, consultants, colleagues across federal, state, and private practice. I want members to look back and say, yes, we have a stronger relationship was established with the state government and key stakeholders, resulting in constructive dialogue and practical solution to long-standing challenges. I want members to look back and say, yes, professional development was strengthened through regular continuing medical education, leadership training, mentorship programs, and research reports. I want members to look back and say, yes, Nma Sokoto has become financially stronger, institutionally more sustainable, with transparent financial management, improved members' engagement, and systems that will continue to benefit future administration. I want members to look back and say, yes, the public profile and credibility of Nma Sokoto.
You have less than 1 minute, sir.
Making the association a respected voice on health policy and public issues in the state. Delivering these goals require more than promises. My administration will be guided by a clear strategic plan with defined priorities, timelines, and measurable outcomes. We will engage members regularly, maintain open communication, and periodically report on our progress. Every major commitment will be followed by action, evaluation, and accountability. Leadership is not just by occupying an office, it is by creating a lasting value. And my guiding principle will be listen to members, unite the profession, engage stakeholders, and deliver results. If at the end of my tenure, doctors can proudly say that Nma Sokoto become more united, more responsive, more influential, more effective in protecting their welfare and advancing medical profession, then I will consider my service
Thank you.
a success. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. That brings us to the last question. The fifth question is the question that we are going to take now. That will be the last round that will make to mark the end of this interactive session. And the first person that will respond is Dr. Sufyan Umar. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I can see the question clearly. Well, for me, the strength of Nma Sokoto lies not in who wins an election, but in our ability to remain united in pursuing the welfare of doctors and improving healthcare in our state. Elections are temporary, but our professional relationship and shared responsibility endured long after the ballot are counted. From the onset of this campaign, I have deliberately run an issue-based, respectful and inclusive campaign. No name calling. My focus has been on presenting my vision, listening to members and engaging colleagues with dignity while avoiding personal attack, divisive rhetoric, or actions that could create unnecessary tension within our association. I have continued to reach out to colleagues across all cadres, institutions, and interest groups, not to divide them into camps, but to ensure that every doctor has a place in Nma Sokoto, regardless of whom he supported. If elected, my first priority will be to unite the association. I will extend hands of friendship, hands of fellowship to all contestants and their supporters, and invite them to contribute the ideas and expertise to work for the association. There will be no winners camp or losers camp. Only one united Nma Sokoto working for the common good of doctors in Sokoto. Even if I'm not elected, I will continue to support this association and encourage my supporters to do the same, because my commitment is to Nma Sokoto State Chapter, not merely to holding office. As chairman, I will institutionalize a regular dialogue with all members, ensure inclusive representation and committees, maintain transparent communication and promote
1 minute, sir.
Mutual respect, teamwork to members, and hard work. My message to every doctor is simple. We may differ in our choices during elections, but we must remain united in defending our profession, because that is our core value, protecting our welfare and advancing healthcare in Sokoto State. Together, we are stronger than any election outcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abu. The next aspirant is Dr. Abubakar Sadiq.
Okay, thank you very much. As you mentioned, yes, election is bound to leave some lingering divisions. So actually, for me, even during my campaign, our campaign is on the issues, the matters that are affecting us. In fact, what I tell my own campaign team and also the people who visit, actually, me, it's not about even the election, it's about bringing revolution to the enemy, meaning that bringing to focus issues that concern enemy. Many people are feeling that they have been neglected, issue of the welfare. So me, at the end of it, even if I didn't win the election, but this our revolution is carried on, we win. So therefore, from our campaign, we actually take issues, not individuals. And also that's the impact we are making. And that's even how my life is. So whenever I move on, whatever is behind, because you have to make progress, you have to drop the loads you have, which loads are also issues related to election. Therefore, even after election, no matter the outcome, we all come together. Also, where necessary, if we win, we implement our own agenda. If we don't win, whosoever win, also we help him to achieve maximally for the association. So as we say, no victor, no vanquish. We are all friends. And wherever I see opportunity to help anybody or to help the association, that we do without, any problem. even now, as we are talking about, even I still work together with many people, knowing that even they may not vote me. So it's not a problem. So it's not about actually the election, it's about our unity. It's about moving our enemy to a greater height. So if those things we are talking about are carried, are being implemented, maybe by another person, we're already, I win also, because it's the idea that win. It's not
You have less than
individual.
1
So
minute,
that,
sir.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. The next respondent is Dr. Farouk Abubakar. Sir, the time is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Drama. From the day I declared my intention to contest, I made deliberate and decision that this campaign and movement and interactions and dialogue will not divide our association. People who have known me before have known my campaign to be issue-based. When I reached out to elders and leaders, I always keep my campaign issue-based of what I have delivered before, what I'm currently delivering, and what I intend to deliver. I've reached out to colleagues across divides to ensure that I have supported them in one way or the other. I have great respect for Dr. Abubakar Sadiq as a very senior colleague. And I was there during the time he was led NAD, and he was an ESCO in NAD, and I know what he did. I have great respect for him as a good leader, as a person. I have also great respect for Dr. Yabo, who took over me after ARD, and I know I've given him a lot of support as ARD president. Even the current enemy ARD is having, as a treasurer, I helped him secure loan from Cooperative Society to buy that car currently. I also did the same thing for his predecessor, Dr. Ozeru, to currently build the current enemy secretariat they are building, to have lent more than 25 million naira to Association of ARD that has never done to any society in this Udut or in Sokoto through our cooperative to build the current ARD secretariat. So I have great respect for them. And I can tell you, these I have great minds that I intend, if I win this election, to tap from their experience to ensure that enemy move forward. I believe in united enemy as part of my mantra for campaign is unity, welfare, progress, and dignity of enemy Sokoto. Not only enemy Sokoto, but in Nigeria, to align with the current enemy's vision, our president, to unite enemy in one bid. And this is what we campaign when we're moving forward through across the country, that
You
a
have less
united
than 1
enemy.
minute, sir.
So I assure you that I will extend the hands of friendship to all my contestants. And I'm calling all doctors to join us to ensure that the unity of enemy remains paramount. This campaign should be an issue-based, not a personal attack. And I believe in one enemy, and I still believe in the leadership. When the people have chosen, whoever the people have chosen, I'm ready 100% to join behind that person to support him to succeed. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
That brings us to the last round of the question. Thank you very much for your responses. At this juncture, I will hand over to the chairman of the occasion to continue chairing the occasion. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. The next item, that's item number 9. Final message to members of NMA Sokoto. But, by the power conferred on me as the chairman of this occasion, we have some eminent personalities in this house. We are going to give them 1 minute each to make a remark about the entire session. I'm starting with Professor MTO Ibrahim, past chairman NMA, past vice chancellor, past provost, currently CMD. Professor Tafik, you have the floor, please.
Past ARD
Then
president.
the following should get set. Professor Bello Arkilla, Director of One Health. Honorable Dr. Balari Beshehu Kakali, Professor Usmanu Sani, Acting CMD, Dr. Dele Abdullahi, past President NAD, and then finally, Dr. Farouk Kabir Umar, Chairman Nma Sokoto in that order. I understand Professor MTO Ibrahim is offline presently, so we go to Professor Bello Arkilla, Director of One Health.
Assalamu alaikum and very good evening. Thank you very much, my teacher and also a mentor. It's a great honor to be in this, to attend this discussion. I'm really impressed with the performance of all the candidates and all the candidate groups themselves, that they really have experience to drive the NMA forward based on all the hard work of the previous leaders. So I appreciate the ARD for organizing this, and this is a great one and should definitely continue in our subsequent elections at various levels. I also want to encourage the contestant to maintain the decorum they so far exhibited in their campaigns, and also their willingness to support each other after the election. I wish us the best. Nma Sokoto shall continue to be a great organization, and the NMA Nigeria also. Best of luck, and may Almighty be our guide. Thank you, and over.
Thank you. Next is Honorable Dr. Balarabe Shehu Kakali.
Thank you very much, our leader and our mentor. I really want to commend you for organizing this very important and interesting debate, and ARD have been the first of its kind. I really want to immensely thank the contestants for the depth and brilliance of the discussion and this debate they had. I think, honestly, this is the best of such debates that I've seen among doctors, and that had given me great hope, in the leadership and capacity and strategy of moving not only health, but the entire sectors of the country forward. I wish them all the best. It's been a very, very healthy competition, no rank cross, and they have all given their commitment to mutual respect, dignity, and honor amongst themselves, the contestants, and all the state doctors. I'm really, really proud. They have all made my day today, and I have a lot to tell other colleagues within and outside the country about the capacity and the assets that we have in leadership in Nma Sokoto. So I wish you all the best, and sir, I want to thank you for the leadership and all the organizers and the ARD Nma leadership for organizing this program. We benefited a lot. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. That's a good one from Sokoto DNA, Honorable Dr. Balarabe Shehu Kakali. Thank you very much. We move to Dr. Dele Abdullahi, former NAD president. You have the floor, sir.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah. Good evening, everyone. Apologies, please. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Sorry, can anyone hear me, please?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Thank you very,
Please
very much.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Well, I want to first start by thanking the leadership that organized this program. Immediately I saw it on the Northern Caucus blog. I made it a point of order to join because I felt it was a learning process for me. And I can say I'm somehow envious of Nma Sokoto right now because I can see leadership and capacity all around. I want to congratulate Nma Sokoto because whatever decision you are going to make, you are sure you are coming up with a leader with capacity, with good vision, because in the reply of all the candidates, I could see a shared vision of taking Nma Sokoto to greater heights. I have to say I'm happy I'm not in Sokoto because making a decision might be a little bit difficult amongst these great leaders. And I want to thank all my teachers, all my elders, and all my leaders in Nma Sokoto. Though I'm from Nma Kwara, I always believe I'm an adopted son of Nma Sokoto and a proud product of the Northern Caucus. And so it's on this basis I'm saying thank you very much. I'm congratulating Nma Sokoto for a beautiful session held. At least it shows the capacity in your candidate, and it shows that the decision you are going to make is not based on sentiment, but the capability of these doctors to lead Nma Sokoto to greater heights. Thank you very, very much, and I'm wishing Nma Sokoto well in all the endeavors. Have a beautiful night.
Thank you very much. The next eminent personality is Professor Usmanu Sani, Acting CMD, UDUTHS. Is he available or is offline?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, let me really commend the ARD for this great initiative, and I think it's a great step for ensuring accountable, effective, and quality leadership for the NMA. We are really glad with this initiative, and I want to congratulate all the contestants for the wonderful outing. I just want to urge them, as they promise, let the election be peaceful, and also whatever the outcome, let them join hands to see that we build a strong NMA that will be for the progress of all members. I really want to thank everyone for time on this. And on our part as teaching hospital, whoever wins, we are very willing to work with them harmoniously with diplomacy to ensure that we achieve all the goals that is set. Thank you, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The next and the final eminent personality is the 001 of Sokoto State NMA in the person of Dr. Farouk Kabir Umar. Chairman, sir, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, my leader and teacher, a past chairman of Nma Sokoto, Dr. Abdullahi, other eminent past chairmen that are here, Professor Tawfiq Ibrahim, Dr. Sani Abubakar, and Dr. Umar Mukhtar, my predecessors, my teachers present, specifically Dr. Honorable Shehu Balarabe Kakale, my teacher in radiology, and also my teacher in politics, other distinguished colleagues, the current acting CMD of UDUTHS, professors here present, leaders from different parts of the country, past president, NAT, my members, my great members, good evening. It is my pleasure today to witness this scintillating debate, because I can tell you that I'm the most elated among all of you, because it means definitely I made Nma Sokoto so attractive to make these people to be interested in leading the association. All of them, you can see how capable, how knowledgeable, how leaders, how qualitative leaders they can be. One is actually my vice chairman, a very cooperating one. The other one is my secretary, very active, very coordinative, I'm very, very loyal. And another one is actually my boss, as he usually said, because I did housemanship under him and I learned a lot from him. And you can see clearly that Nma Sokoto have come of age, and we have leaders from all angles, leaders that can deliver. And I hope after this election, all the deposition, all their ideas, they will merge it together and actually support the candidate that finally emanate. It worked in Nma Sokoto. I contested election with my predecessor, Dr. Umar Mukhtar. I lost. I contributed to his tenure. He started something, discussing with the state government on how to improve on doctor salary. And I continued to the extent that we got the salary to the state doctor that is at par with what we have at the federal level. So it is doable, and all of you can do it. What I see in you is chairman at different time in the history of Nma Sokoto. All of you will be chairman one day. And I assure you, unless you lose interest, all of you are going to be chairman of Nma Sokoto. And I hope you work together after this election and support each other to make Nma Sokoto great. To our team members that are here, I want to thank you for your support. Without you, we cannot make this association to be this great. We cannot make this association to be so attractive. We cannot make this association to be so formidable. I want to thank you for all the support thus far, and I hope you continue to support the people that will come after me. ARD, you are great by organizing this debate. I remember the president met me about his intention to organize this very debate. I supported him wholeheartedly, and I know that these are some of the innovative things that will actually bring our members close to each other. I think you maintain it and you come up with much more innovative ways to actually get your members to be in touch with what is going on in Nma and beyond. I thank all of you for joining this meeting, and I hope we've learned from each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This session was intended to give the contestants time to be able to take water and refresh themselves before their final take. However, scrolling through the list of those who are with us here, I saw one very young, vibrant individual. Ordinarily, by the time the 001 speak, I wouldn't have been able to allow any other person to come in. However, I beg 001 to permit me to invite Dr. Umar Mukhtar, a very young, vibrant politician. It's an archive for the NMA in Sokoto, for him to give us his own side of the story. I always like to listen to him. Thank you.
Go
Umar
ahead.
Mukhtar, you have the floor.
You need to start the video. I can't see the name.
Umar Mukhtar is offline. So we move to the final phase. That's the final message to members of NMA Sokoto. Each of the contestants will have 1 minute only. Final message. We are starting with Dr. Abubakar Sadiq.
Thank you.
Followed by Dr. Farouk, and then finally, Dr. Sufyan Yabu.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
Dr. Abubakar Sadiq, you have the floor.
Thank you, sir. With the track of records I have, if given the opportunity, I'll apply my seat agenda, which is solution-oriented leadership, inclusiveness, transparency in financial management, decision making, and also communication to move the Nma Sokoto to greater height. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Farouk, you have the floor.
Unmute device. Unmute, no audio. Unmute, no audio.
So, hello, can you hear me? Am I audible now?
Yes, loud and clear.
I believe leadership is not defined by campaign speeches, but is defined by what one consistently delivers. I have learned through all my politicking in association that members are tired of promises. They want leadership that is responsive, that listen, that acts, and that respond and that report back to them. They want transparency in communication, transparency in governance, and mutual respect, dignity, and possession of unity. I assure you, my leadership will be transparent, will responsibly proactive to your welfare, will defend the dignity of our profession, will promote institutional capacity, and ensure every doctor is valued and responsive and protected. Thank you very much.
Dr. Sufyan Yabo, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I sincerely appreciate every member of the Nigerian Medical Association, Sokoto State Branch, for the opportunity to share my vision and engage with you throughout this campaign. This election is not about choosing a chairman. It is about choosing the future we want for our association. It is about building an enemy that is united, inclusive, responsive, and unwavering in protecting the welfare, dignity, and professional interest of every doctor in Sokoto. My promise is simple. I will lead with integrity, fairness, transparency, accountability. I will listen before I act. I will consult before I decide, and always place the collective interest of our members above my personal interests. My track record has shown that I believe in service that delivered measurable results. If you entrust me with your mandate, I will work tirelessly to strengthen our association, improve members' welfare, engage constructively with government and stakeholders, our young doctors. Very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So we are moving to the closing to the final, the chairman's remarks. Well, I don't have much to say. We have spent quite a lot of time, but very rewarding, very insightful. We'll be able to take a decision based on what we have seen, we have heard, and the promises on ground, and the personalities that we know. There is a professor of psychiatry in Danfodiyo University Teaching Hospital and University who believe that Nigerian problem, once you have good leadership, that every other thing will follow in Nigeria. He believes if we can have a good president in this country, every other thing will change. But some other school of thought believe that it has to be bottom up rather than head down. But whichever one it is, I think ALD has chosen that we should have good leadership at the top, that the followers will follow. With this, that professor is Professor Yunusa Muftau. So anybody can discuss that idea with him. He will send it to you very well. So with this few remarks, I want to thank all of you for your time and for your contribution to the success of this exercise. The association will be ready to take anything that will improve similar debate in future. I thank you all and God bless. We now move to the final distinct. Prayers, closing prayer. by Dr. Yahya Saminu.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for the opportunity. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us the opportunity to start this session and to see to the end of the session successfully with very fruitful deliberation. We pray that Allah will continue to uplift Nma Sokoto, and we pray that whoever is going to emerge the leader of Nma Sokoto, God will give him the wisdom to lift this association to a greater height. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have come to the end of this session. Moderator.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Nma Sokoto. Thank you very much, Adi Sokoto. Beautiful session. Well done, all leaders.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.